Hey there, Laurie Rivers with you. And today I'm going to walk you through understanding your natal chart and how to identify all the squiggles and lines. If you're new to me, I am Astrology on TikTok. I have wokeastrology.com, and I'm the host of the Awake Space Astrology podcast. And you can find that everywhere podcasts are played. All right, let's get into it. Now, to start with, I want to recommend astro.com, and I don't get a kickback for that. The reason why I'm recommending it is for beginning students of astrologers or beginning enthusiasts. These are the easiest to read. I know there's some cool apps out there with fancy graphics, but they're harder to read. And if you want to learn how to read a chart, this is the simplest layout. So, this is what we do to understand the chart. We're going to walk you through it. There's lots of parts and things you need to know. So, first of all, an astrology chart is the map of the sky. Okay. In Western tropical astrology, the astrology chart represents an Earth based view of the sky at the time and the place on the day the event or birth occurred. And I say event because everything has an astrology chart, everyone has an astrology chart. The ascendant is the east. Okay. Everything rises on the east. The descendant is the west. Everything sets in the west. The IC is north and the MC is south. Okay. Now this matters. We'll find out here. The chart is from an Earth-centered point of view. That means when we say geocentric, that's an Earth-centered point of view. If you stood where the red X is on the chart, okay, right there where you see X marks the spot, there would be some things above the horizon you could see and some things below the horizon you couldn't see. Some things you'd need a telescope for. All right. The big line through the center is what we call the ecliptic, or you could call it the horizon. Everything above the line you could see, okay, with a telescope or with the naked eye. Everything below the line would be under your feet, or they could see it in the southern hemisphere. So now let's get to the parts of the chart because I know that's what you're wanting to see. You've got 12 slices of pie, okay? And each one of those is a house, okay? We call those a house. I like to think of them as rooms in a building because you're the entire house. And each one of these are rooms of life, okay? Everybody has all 12 houses. Even if you don't have any placements inside, okay, there's still activity there. And if you want to know more, and if you're a patron, you have access to my astro guides, which walk you through understanding the planets, signs, and houses, and other astrological information. The slices of pies are called houses. Each house represents an area of life and how you interact with it or how you perceive it. And you find the numbers in the center of the chart. See, this is why I like the astro.com charts. Every astrology chart has all 12 signs, regardless of whether they're ruling a house cusp or not. You have all 12 signs in your chart. Now, if you have an interception, like in this chart, you still have that sign in your chart. Okay, it's still active. There's a video here on YouTube you can watch all about interceptions to learn more. I walk you step by step through that. If you want to be good at astrology, you have to start with the ABCs because reading a chart is like reading any language, and the glyphs are the alphabet, so to speak. We start with Aries and we end with Pisces. They go in order. Okay. Now, they may show up in a different space in different people's charts, but they're always in order from Aries to Pisces. Clear as mud, I know. So let's find the placements. Okay. This is what I know, this is what you want to know. So at the bottom of an astro.com chart, you'll find a key. Okay. And you'll notice. So if you've been trying to find what degree and minute of the sign, your sun or moon or your Venus or your Mercury or your Mars, that's Malcolm Burking, that'll be inside the key. Okay. And notice the glyph is there for the planets and the name of the planet is there, or the celestial body, the luminary. So you can just refer to that to find it in the chart. That's the key to the chart. Now it also has aspects, and it shows the elements and the modalities, and it'll even show you where 6 of the house cusps are. Okay. We'll talk about that in another video. So let's practice. I want you to grab your chart and locate the sun. The sun is that glyph. Where would the sun be in the chart? In this chart, it's right there. It's at the very last degrees of Cancer, and it's in the 9th house. Okay. Now remember, you have a key to use on astro.com on your chart. All right, let's find the ascendant or the rising sign. Right there where it says AC, you see that line? And we can find the sign right above it where it says Scorpio. Okay. And again, you can check at the bottom of the chart key. So all of the information is actually there. You just have to know how to read it. So let's find all of the signs in this chart. Okay. Here we go. They're on the outside of the wheel. Look at all those circles. So when I'm talking about the transiting moon and I say it's in Aries, you'd look for where Aries is in your chart. Okay. And you'll notice that at the outside of the chart where the signs are, there's these bold lines. That's the beginning and end of the chart. You can find the degrees by looking at the little tick marks inside or on the outside. You'll have to expand it up and blow it up, zoom it out to see them, but they each represent 1 degree of that sign. Every sign has every sign has 30 degrees. Every degree has 60 minutes. So again, if you're a patron, make sure you download your Astro Guides. If you don't want to be a patron, that's okay. Patrons support the Awake Space Astrology podcast and my other social media, including this video. But you can just grab those off the link page in the description of the video. So for more information, you can go to snipfeed.co/astro_Laurie, or to book a reading with me or one of my astrologers, you can, or even take a workshop, you can go to wokeastrology.com. Thank you for watching. I hope this helps. If you have questions, go ahead and put them in the comments.